What do you get when you combine Pirates of the Caribbean, Avatar, and Star Wars Episode 2? John Carter. The novel was a big inspiration to a lot of modern day science fiction films like Star Wars, and now we have a big budget Walt Disney take on the novel. It's about this guy named John Carter, and he kind of gets zapped to Mars, but it's in this strange parallel universe. Like, he was on Earth in the 1800s, but it's not called Mars, it's called Barsoom, and it's filled with this race of people that are at war. There are these aliens that are at war with this other group of aliens, but those aliens look like humans, and the other guys are green, and they're fighting. Basically, John Carter arrives, and he realizes that because of his human anatomy, because of the gravity that he's used to on Earth, he can jump like super far. He's really strong, so everyone starts to look at him as a possible leader or someone who can put an end to this war. And John Carter meets this princess who wears very provocative clothing at all times. She, of course, is about to be forced to be married to the leader of the enemy, and she, of course, doesn't want to do that, so John Carter has to hopefully try to fix this war problem and stop her from being married to a guy she doesn't want to be married to. I was on the fence about John Carter. I wasn't entirely impressed by the trailers, but it was by Andrew Stanton, who's directed a lot of really good Pixar movies. And last year we had Brad Bird, a Pixar director, debut with Mission Impossible 4, which was great. So I was interested in seeing what a Pixar director could do with live action again, because it worked out last time. And I actually really liked this movie for the first half of it. It set up this world really well. It was actually really funny and entertaining and a little bit hilarious to see him trying to like interact in the environment of Mars. He's tripping, he's like walking around. All these people keep calling him weird names because they can't understand his language. The first half really felt kind of like a cross between Pirates of the Caribbean and Avatar. Then the second half happened, and it really started to look a lot like Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, which, as you may know, is my least favorite of all of them. When he meets the princess, this incredibly stilted and just completely stale wooden romance starts, where there is literally like no chemistry. I do not buy for a second that they are interested in each other. It reminded me so much of the central romance of Episode 2. It's just so set up. There's even like this huge gladiator sequence where like these bug-like creatures are watching like this guy have to fight this giant beast, just like at the end of Episode 2. It just went completely off track. The plot went everywhere, totally convoluted. The romance was corny, cheesy, and unbelievable. Taylor Kitsch, I don't know, he did fine in the film. I think he was okay. There was nothing really that likable about him, and I don't know if that's really his fault or if it's just kind of how the story went. And when there's action on the screen in this movie, the spectacle is there. For sure. I mean, you're impressed by the sheer scope of some of these action scenes, and the special effects are really handled well. There's this great dog-like alien in the movie that runs incredibly fast. So I really wanted to like John Carter. I enjoyed the action scenes for what they were. They were well done. But towards the last half, it just got so fake and wooden, and it just lost all the charm of the first half. So since I enjoyed about half the film, I'm going to give the film a C+. So do you guys have a favorite film that involves Mars or space exploration in general? I really love space and astronomy. I think space is just awesome and very intriguing, so I'm interested in seeing what you guys say. If you like this review, you can subscribe to my channel and get Stuckmanized.